and welcome to another Bible study that Yahweh has enjoined unto us here in this body of Yahshua. My name is Esaac ben Israel, and I'm the elder priest of the United Congregation of Israel. And I'm joined here by one of our priests, Priest Mishael. Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, elder.
All right. So we got a few questions that we're going to get into today. And, of course, we know that we have a so-called holiday coming up, so we're gonna go in to that. But before I get into it, I want to go over a few other things. So I'm titling this class "The Mother of All Gods Day," and you'll understand why. So our first question said, since I was young, I learned a terrible habit of bad words. Haven't we all? Bad language and cussing addiction. I like the way you said cussing. C-U-S-S. That's cussing. See that's when you really getting into it right there. Over time, I have matured and don't do it as much, but wonder, how do I permanently rid myself of saying or speaking profanity? Because I have a fear of Yahweh, and I am concerned about judgment on this. So, very interesting. I want you to go to Isaiah chapter 29. But before we read that, I want to read something. Merriam-Webster defines a curse word as a profane or obscene oath or word. Merriam-Webster also defines curse as a prayer or invocation for harm or injury to come upon one. So the first thing we have to do is pay attention to how things have merged into one another. Like to this day, you'll hear things like people will say that because they have laws that says it's illegal to commit sodomy, and they have like all these things of what they call sodomy. When you get in the Bible, there's no such act called sodomy. Now, there was a place called Sodom, but there's nothing called sodomy. Now, whatever you do to you, that's I don't know where the me come from, but there's Sodom is a place. They created an act called sodomy, which is not biblically referenced at all. So we then have to start paying attention to the merging of things, because what will happen is people then come into the word and then they put themselves in the box and they said, I can't look to the left, I can't look to the right, I got to do such and such. So before you know it, they have stopped all things that they thought were connected to something without really having any understanding of what those things actually are. So you have to pay close attention to the merging part of that. So I want you to read Isaiah chapter 29, and let's see. Start at verse 8.
Verse 8. Oh, I'm sorry.
Isaiah 29 and verse 8.
All right, verse 8. It shall even be as when an hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Say yourselves and wonder, cry you out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Now, wait a minute. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. What is that? Doctrine. Doctrine has us walking as if we stagger. When one staggers, you have to consider, we call it that extra pivot foot. When you see that guy at the corner store that's drinking, and he was drunk 8 hours ago. Now, one foot stays still, but that one just going all over the place. Now, he done took 52 steps. He ain't moved out that spot. But he had to keep moving to keep from falling. That one leg has to keep moving. What's happening right here? He is drunken, and he's making a whole lot of movement, but he hasn't gone anywhere. Okay. When you are drunken with doctrine, you may do a whole lot of things only to figure out you have gone nowhere. Go ahead.
For Yahweh has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers as he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which man delivered to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray you. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray you. And he said, I am not learned. Wherefore the Adonai said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
Now, wait a minute. Now, these people right here, he said that their words are really nice. So we worried about whether or not we say one word or this word or that word. He said, wait a minute. These people, their lips, the stuff that come out of their mouth is fantastic. It's their heart they got a problem with. So they can say all the nice words that you ever did want to hear. Yahweh said they ain't real. Go ahead.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of man.
Taught by the precept of men, not by what is contained in this book, by the precept of men. So they say you shouldn't do this. They say if you're going to be respectable, then do that. They say. Who the hell is they? They, them, and them done started a whole lot of mess. Go ahead.
Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise man shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent man shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the things framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
That's basically what we're saying when we decide that we're gonna go and do things. You know what? I know the book says this, but I'm gonna do it like this right here. Oh, okay. So Yahweh didn't really have no understanding. So you have come to a higher level of understanding. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful shield shall be esteemed as a forest? And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahweh, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for lawlessness are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word.
Now they make a man an offender for a word, not a deed. So now we're gonna try to figure out, well, this word is more offensive than this word, and Yahweh is judging the intents of man's heart. So you got one group of people who Every word come out of their mouth is absolutely sweet. I'm talking, you need insulin shot. I'm straight diabetes. I mean, it's sweet. I mean, everything they say is sweet. And Yahweh said they're going to bust that leg of fire wide open. So which group of people will you be expecting to see in the kingdom? Because will you be looking at it by the words that proceed out of their mouth, or will you be looking at it by the deeds that they perform? Go ahead.
And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
Now, he that reproves in the gate ain't saying niceties to everybody. He that reproves in the gate has some words that might sound contemptible. But he's doing Yahweh's bidding. Go ahead.
Therefore, thus said Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear me, and shall fear Yahweh, of the Elohim of Israel. Mm-hmm. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understand, and they that murmur shall learn doctrine.
All right. So let's go to Numbers chapter 22. Started at verse 1.
And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side of Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. Mm-hmm. And Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel.
So Moab is afraid, and Moab is distressed because of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, now shall this company lick up all that are around about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messenger therefore unto Balaam the son of Behor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray you, curse me, this people, for they are too mighty for me. Mm-hmm. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed.
All right, so let's look at this. Jumping back to verse 3. And Moab was sore afraid of the people, because there were many, and Moab was distressed. So you got afraid and distressed. So then you jump down to verse 6. Come now, therefore, I pray you, curse me, this people. So did he want to hire somebody to say bad words? Just call them pigeon-toed, bow-legged, fat, ugly. Just say curse words. Just call them. Just degrade them for me. Is that what he calling them for? No. He has a specific purpose for the words that are to come out against these people. And it's not what we call profanity. This is to curse these people either with some kind of weakness that he may be able to overcome them. Now, we grew up with little sayings, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now, he didn't hire nobody to say words, because he say those words himself. Keep reading.
And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand. Mm-hmm. And they came unto Balaam and spake unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as Yahweh shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam.
All right. So then when we just examine the difference between what we have called profanity and what we call cursing, we find out that the Bible has a completely different meaning to what a curse is. Let's go to Psalms 109. Now, we do have to deal with that there are certain areas where certain things would be inappropriate. So you do have to deal with where you are. So Psalms 109 starts at verse 1.
To the chief musician, a psalm of David, hold not your peace, O Elohim of my praise. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without a cause. For my love they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. Set you a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow.
Now, look, pay attention to the words that are coming out here. Now, this is more harsh than any curse words you can ever say. You can find you a word and put it all in the dirt. But that word ain't going to be dirtier than the stuff that's coming out here. Now, understand, there's not one word of profanity that has come out. But this is absolutely detrimental to your spirit, what the words that are being said, if they're being said against you. These are real curse words. Go ahead.
Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places.
I mean, listen to verse 9. Let his children be fatherless. Wait a minute. If his children is fatherless, what's happening to him? And his wife a widow. If his wife a widow, what happened to him? He dead twice in that line. Go ahead.
Let the extortioner catch all that he has, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children.
Man, curse him to die, and then get his children when he gone. Go ahead.
Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation
his
following.
Posterity is his children after him. So let there be none to help him, and then cut them off. Go ahead.
And in the generation following, let their name be blotted out.
I don't know who the hell ticked off David at this point right here, but he's an angry king. This is an angry dude. All right, here. All right. So this is now people read Psalm and they say, we're gonna go to the words of wisdom, the Psalm and Proverb, and all you have heard is absolute cursing from verse 1 on down. But wait, there's more. Keep going.
Let the lawlessness of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh, and let not the sins of his mother be blotted out.
Man, come on, get his mama, get his daddy. Come on now, this is deep down cursing right here. Okay, go ahead.
Let them be before Yahweh continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy men, that he might even slay the broken in heart, as he loved cursing. So let it come unto him.
Wait a minute. He just defined some things. Wait a minute. He said, as he loved cursing, let it come unto him. So everything that you done heard from verse 16 up was cursing. Did you hear any profanity?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. But you can't get no worse than the stuff that he done said here. Let your mama, your daddy, your wife, your chick. Y'all know we get real. Hey, you know we in there when we start talking about your mama now. Be like, hey, bro, hold on, bro. Hey, you need to leave Rosemary out of this. All right, don't do that. You don't want to do that. Go ahead.
As he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him.
Wait a minute. So not only did he define what cursing was, then he went to the opposite end of cursing in the same sentence and said, as he loved cursing, so let it come unto him, which are the things that he had said before. Then, as he delighted not in blessing. Wait a minute. If we said a curse word, then we have to wonder, what is the opposite of that? He just said it. Blessing. But is that the way we're thinking about the words that we've been told that they mean this or that? Go ahead.
As he clothed himself with cursing like as with his garment, so let him come into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as the garment which covereth him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually.
So is these like words that just gonna be all over him? When he said, and he clothed himself with cursing like a garment. So they have like damn and all that. Is all that stuff just all over him? No. No, this was the cursing of trying to bring damnation on other individuals, and he's saying, let it cleave to him. Let it be as close to him as the clothes are on his back. Go ahead.
Let this be the reward of mine adversaries from Yahweh, and of them that speak evil against my soul. But do you for me, O Yahweh, the Adonai, for your name's sake, because your mercy is good. Deliver you me, for I am poor and needy, and my heart is wounded within me. Mm-hmm. I am gone like the shadow when it declineth. I am tossed up and down as the locust. My knees are weak through fasting, and my flesh faileth of fatness. I became also a reproach unto them. When they looked upon me, they shake their heads.
I became also a reproach unto them. When they looked upon me, they shake their head. Go ahead.
Help me, O Yahweh, my Elohim. O save me according to your mercy, that they may know that this is your hand, that you, Yahweh, has done this. Let them curse, but bless you.
Uh-huh.
When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let your servant rejoice. Let my adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion, as with a mantle. I will greatly praise Yahweh with my mouth. Yea, I will praise him among the multitude, for he shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those that condemn his soul.
All right. So then, as we may look at some of these Psalms and we think, the Psalms and the Proverbs, they're so beautiful. And yet we just went through 31 verses of curses. Are we considering that for what it is? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, because there was one part where he went directly into, after cursing, he said the opposite, which was blessing. But this is not something that he says on his own. Then we have to look at how Yahweh deals with this. Let's start Deuteronomy 28 and start it at verse 1.
And it shall come to pass, if you shall hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh your Elohim, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command you this day, that Yahweh your Elohim will set you on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on you and overtake you, if you shall hearken unto the voice of Yahweh your Elohim.
All right, so all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you do what you are told. So now, here are the blessings, here are the good things. Go ahead, read that.
Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your kind, and the flocks of your sheep. Blessed shall be the basket and your store. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you goes out. Yahweh shall curse your enemies.
Yahweh
shall cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before your face. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways.
So part of the blessing here is the blessing of protection. Go ahead.
Yahweh shall command the blessing upon you in your storehouses and in all that you settest your hand unto. And he shall bless you in the land which Yahweh your Elohim give you. Yahweh shall establish you an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto you, if you shall keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim and walk in his ways. All the people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of you. And Yahweh shall make you plenteous in goods, in the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of the cattle, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land which Yahweh sware unto your fathers to give you. Yahweh shall open unto you his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto your land in its season, and to bless all the works of your hand.
That's a lot of blessing. All right? That's a lot of blessing. Jump down to 15. Now he goes to the opposite of that. Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if you will not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh your Elohim, to observe to do all his commandments and his statute, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you.
All these bad words going to come upon you and overtake you. Read some of those bad words.
Curse.
They're going to say bad words.
Shall you be in the city.
Bad words in the city.
And curse shall you be in the field.
Bad words in the field.
Curse shall be your basket and your store.
They're going to curse you when you go to Walmart.
Curse shall be the fruit of your body.
They're going to say curse words to the fruit of your body. And you notice in this that this is much deeper than this, because if this is all the curse is, then Yahweh really doesn't have any power to discipline his children. If all he can do is say bad word. You mean they tell me, all right, man, you can go rob that bank over here, and you go get this money. Matter of fact, you go harm anybody you need to harm to get this money. Okay, so what's going to happen to me? We're going to talk about you bad. I said what? So you telling me I can go in there and kill anybody I want and get the money out of there, and all you're going to do is talk about me bad? Oh, man, come on, let's go get it. Let's go get this. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. That's all I got. That's all I got. You just don't say bad words. I let you say bad words for free. You mean tell me I can go get this money, and you just going to say bad words? Let's get it. Go ahead.
And the fruit of your land, the increase of your kind, and the flocks of your sheep. Cursed shall you be when you comest in, and cursed shall you be when you goes out. Yahweh shall send upon you cursing, vexation, and rebuke.
Wait a minute. He's going to send cursing, vexation, and rebuke. He ain't sending bad words to you. He's sending some real bad things to you. Go ahead.
In all that you settest your hand unto for it to do.
Which is the opposite. Wait a minute. Before, if you did what you were supposed to do, you were going to get a blessing, and then you had a blessing in all that you put your hands to, unto to do. But then, when you decide that you were not going to listen to him, now you have cursing in everything that you put your hands to do. Go ahead.
Until you be destroyed, and until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of your doings, whereby you have forsaken me. Yahweh shall make the pestilence cleave unto you until he have consumed you from off the land, whether you goeth to possess it.
Right. Yahweh shall make the pestilence. This is medical issues cleave unto you. And all they have to do is tell us that something was so-called approved, and we ran out by the droves getting it. Getting number one, number two. We got boosters, amplifiers, subwoofers. We got all of them. Then sooner or later, when folks start getting sick, they finally say, you know what? We ain't taking no more power boosters. Right. But why you had to get booster number 3 before you figured out it wasn't a good idea? Because that pestilence cleave unto us, and we think if we take more medication, we're going to be better. So now we brainwashed each other to go out and get as much of this medicine as possible. But the pestilence is coming from Yahweh because we didn't listen. He the one allowing that to happen. Because when he then puts his blessing upon us, we can stand in a room with all of them people with the pestilence, and all you're going to do is see them. It may even get upon you, but it won't do to you what it's going to do to them. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Yahweh shall smite you with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue you until you perish.
Now, see, these real curses. See, these curses, people feeling those. See, when somebody say nowadays, somebody said, they said a cursing word, and I felt it in my heart. Well, you better feel it there than feel it in your tail. Because this real cursing, you're going to feel that. It ain't just something that I felt some kind of way when I heard it. No. You're going to feel some kind of way when it slaps you. Go ahead.
And your heaven that is over your head shall be brass, and the earth that is under you shall be iron.
So then you crushed. If the heaven over your head is brass and the earth that is under you iron, you being crushed in between two pieces of metal, which means that you are in a presser. That's a curse. Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall make the rain of your land powder and dust from heaven shall it come down unto you, until you be destroyed. Yahweh shall cause you to be smitten before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
Wait a minute. The opposite again. Because remember, if you were blessed, then they were going to run away from you in 7 ways. Go ahead.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
Wait a minute. So then us being scattered all over the globe is a part of our curse. We talking about curse words, and people don't want you to read curse words. Because they don't want you to know that this is a part of the curse. Because if you figure that out, then you also figure out who you are. Go ahead.
And your carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air.
Right. When they hung us, they left us outside, right? They left us out there. The same thing that they do today. When there's a dead black body in the street, do they not leave it there for hours and hours and hours and hours and then don't even fully cover the body? How many Caucasians you seen laying out in the street? You think they don't die? Is that what you think? How many of them you seen laying in the street for hours upon hours? But once again, that is another connection to us. What did it say? For whoever is hanged on a tree is a curse. It says Christ became a curse for us. We're not paying attention. Wait a minute. So they had to put him on the tree, the same thing they did to our forefathers. And nobody else on the earth can present this. That's why they want us to stay out this book. That's why they want us to get into their holidays. See, when you get involved in their holidays, you're saying more than you think you're saying. You think that, I just don't want to make anybody, upset, so, I'll participate. But what you're showing them is something that makes them comfortable with you. They're now comfortable with you because you're not asserting yourself in your culture. See, Kunta Kinte couldn't keep the name Kunta Kinte because it talked of his culture. He had to take the Christian name of Toby. Now, once he took this name, it symbolizes him being subdued under their rule. So when you participate in their festivities, they are smiling at you for a different reason than what you think they are. They are smiling because you are now showing the sign that you are subdued under their control. You think they smiling with you. They smiling at you. It's a difference. Why you think they want you to go to the Christmas party so bad? What difference do it make if I go or I don't go? Why you pressing me to go to the Christmas party? Because I want you to show that you are subdued under me. Go to the party. Go ahead.
And unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away.
And no man shall fray them away. And the people of the nations who claim to be Israel cannot present this in no shape, fashion, or form. They can present other things. They just cannot present the things that are written in this book. So do the other things even matter? If you can't present the things that are here, I'm sure they matter for suffering's sake, of course. But do they matter according to who are the true children of Israel? Because if Yahweh says, I tell you the ending before the beginning, how can he have a legacy of him and his people without having the plight of those people in the book? He can't have a legacy and then the most tumultuous thing that has happened to you ain't in the legacy. That doesn't make any sense. Let's go to our 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Start that at verse 1.
Now I, Saul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of the Mashiach, whom in presence I am based among you, but being absent I am bold toward you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Elohim, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yamashia.
Wait a minute. Everything they teach us in school go against the wisdom of Elohim. To make sure that we're going in that direction, they pass out little papers for our kids to draw. When it come time for Turkey Day, our kids color the turkey. When it come down to their Valentine, they're going to give us hearts and chocolates, and then your kid come home with a picture. Yeah, Mama, look what I got hearts and chocolates. Happy Valentine. What you think that's doing? So that's the beginning of the programming of that child to partake in that paganism. But it started with an innocent picture. But that picture, year after year, they have the kids to pick Valentine. So this is going to be your Valentine in this class. So then you give that person a Valentine gift. And, to the kids, they say, oh, this looks fun. But it's indoctrination. So as they get older, they'll already be, it'll be in their brain really thick from each level of this. But we have to learn from the heathen. All right? Well, the same thing they did with the paganism, then we have to do with the real word. Get him a lamb. Color that lamb. Yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. Now put that blood over the door. Yep, there you go. Uh-huh. And keep on doing that for a couple of years. You don't know where you at. Okay. Do the same thing the heathen do. Go ahead.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience, when your obedience is fulfilled, do we look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trusteth to himself that he is the Mashiach, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Hamashiach, even so are we Hamashiachs. Mm-hmm. For though I shall boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Adonai has given us for edification and not for your destruction, I shall not be ashamed, that I may not seem as if I will terrify you by letters. Mm-hmm. For his letters say they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak, and his speech contemptible.
Now what they mean by his speech is contemptible? His letters say they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak, and his speech contemptible. Wait a minute, Yahweh already, dealt with the fact of them having all of these really nice words, but it wasn't in their heart. So you mean to tell me that there can be situations where the speech is contemptible, but the heart right? Mm-hmm. Then there's situations where the words are sweet, but the heart bad? Oh, okay. As it is written, back up a few verses, do you judge things after the appearance? Think again. Go ahead.
Let such and one think this, that such as we are in word by letters when we are absent, such will we be also indeed when we are present. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. But we will not boast of things without our measure.
All right, that's as far as I want to go right there. I want to read something else in 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 6. It says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 22 says, to the weak I became as weak, that I may gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Now, wait a minute. Do we limit ourselves as to what we will partake in? Now, we have to consider now for what reason now. Because I've heard some people take this thought process and use it for bad. You see, I'd say the reason I go in the crack house, see, I can go places where nobody else can go. Nah, man, you went in there to smoke crack. Y'all ain't getting no glory in that. See, I can go where others can't go. No, you go where others don't want to go. That's something totally different. Don't mix that. Don't mix that. Don't do that. But when you talk about if he's going to save some, consider what they said to about Yahshua. They said, consider, if this man was a prophet, surely he'd know what manner of a person he's sitting with, because that person is a sinner. Like he just gonna sit there and talk to that woman. See, Yahshua didn't limit himself, but he had a purpose. He knew what his purpose was. See, we'll go around the heathen, but we're not gonna take the heathen conversation and lead into that and drop some seeds of spiritual knowledge. We're gonna let the heathen drive the car. And then there's some of us, we so overly righteous that we can't have a conversation with people unless they already in the word. Now, how you going to grow from that? How you going to pull people from that? If you can only talk to individuals who are already in the word. So what work are you doing?
So, priest, I mean, I know you guys always tell us, sometimes Yahweh needs you to be a hammer, sometimes he needs you to be a nail. I'm trying to put this down in layman's terms. So I'm talking about the script we just read. So basically, it's saying, you cannot reach everybody the same way. Sometimes you got to come down to that person, and I'm talking like in words. I'm not talking about their deeds.
Right. I'm not gonna smoke no crack.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get. Now let me tell you about that show. Hell no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not. Listen, let's not get into it. For somebody said presumption.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Don't go there. But yeah, brother. It's you have to consider the places Yahshua went to. But like I said, he had purpose and he had knowledge and ability. Now, don't get it twisted. We want to go into places, but we ain't been exercised, and we just want to go. I'm gonna go down to such and such. Hey, you might not come back. You hadn't been thoroughly exercised in this walk for you to just go through and walk through the valley of the shadow of death on your own. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go down there. Nah. If I go down there, that's been like Yahweh done blocked all other streets. I tried to go every other way. All right, which way we going? I guess I got to go through the valley of the shadow of death. Because I done tried the other streets. They blocked. So that means he want me to go this way. We won't even look. We just go straight down because it looked fun.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I thought you said that was it.
You know what? That is it. Let's go to, I want you to go to Judges chapter 11. Now, this says, all praises to the Most High. I'm wondering if women are permitted to wear any kind of pants outside the congregation. I noticed on the website that it says if women wear pants to service, they must not be seen. I was told by someone else in the Word that wearing leggings were permitted as long as they were covered by a dress or a long enough skirt. I just need some clarification. Let's go to Judges chapter 11. And one of the things is what we have to consider is the seriousness of cultures outside of the daughter of Babylon. So we are having, this conversation in the daughter of Babylon where pretty much anything goes. Like, they're actually angry when you say transitioned man can't play sports against a girl who was actually born a girl. Like, they actually think there's something wrong with that. But if the person was born a man, I don't care what your preference is. If it was born a man, it's got man muscles. It has man bone structure. Okay? I don't care that it decided that it wanted to be a girl. When it decided that it wanted to be a girl, it didn't take away the... Imagine if I just decide, you know what, I'm going to be a girl tomorrow. You know what's going to be here? These shoulders still going to be there. And let me tell you something. If I get into it with a girl in the girl's bathroom, let me tell you something. She going night-night. You understand what I'm talking about? Now, just because I put on the dress, it didn't change these. When these things hit you, you going to know that was a man that hit me. That was a man. Okay? Now, it might have had on a dress, but I'm telling you, that was a man that hit me. Because these things don't go nowhere. You understand? So I don't care nothing about what people saying. That has man strength. And man's strength is different from a woman's strength. So it is not fair to make them go against each other and think that there's something wrong when somebody say, hey man, this ain't right. They're not going to be satisfied till somebody die. There is something seriously wrong with that. You can hit somebody one time and things go wrong when you're talking about this kind of difference in strength. And that can be an accident. Some people have made accidents and said, well, I didn't mean to, hit him that hard. I was trying to hit him, but I wasn't trying to do that. Well, that was something that was made a different way. Okay. Judges chapter 11.
What verse?
Let's see. Start at verse 6.
And they said unto Jephthah, come and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, did not you hate me and expel me out of my father's house? And why are you come unto me now when you are in distress? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah,
what are friends for? Go ahead.
therefore we turn again to you now, that you mayest go with us and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, if you bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and Yahweh deliver them before me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Yahweh be witness between us, if we do not so according to your words. Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead.
Jump to verse 14.
And Jephthah sent messenger again unto the king of the children of Ammon, and said unto him, thus said Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab, nor the land of the children of Ammon. But when Israel came up from Egypt and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea and came to Kadesh.
Now, you have to pay attention to the occurrences here of what's happening when the children of Israel come out of Egypt. They then have to walk through other people's land. So the question is, can you wear pants outside of the sanctuary, outside of coming into the house? Consider something. When we leave out of here, we have to go through other people's lands. I hope we don't think that we're going to click our heels and say there's no place like home. And when we open our eyes, us and Dorothy going to be in the land of Israel. I hope that ain't what we thinking. We got some lands that we're going to have to go through. Let me tell you something. Those people have culture. And those people not playing about their culture. You come through there half done, you ain't going to make it to the other end. And that's if they let you walk through it. Keep reading.
Then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, let me, I pray you, pass through your land. Mm-hmm. But the king of Edom will not hearken thereto.
Right. Said, let us walk through. No, you ain't coming through here. Now imagine these people let you come through, and then they look. Hey man, what's that? That's my wife. In them pants? Right there. Oh, it may not make it out of there alive. And it might make sure you don't make it out of there alive either. Because you let it happen. Go ahead.
And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he will not consent, and Israel abode in Kadesh.
And the point that we have to consider, we are going to have to ask other people to walk through their land. You have to think about something. All of the nations, and go on the internet. The Nigerians are talking about it. You have, I've heard the Indians, the Indians from India, talking about it. When they come to this country, they are given a speech. Stay away from them black people. we talking about Africans are told to stay away from the people who call themselves African American. And we keep talking about we're going to go to the motherland. We're going to go to the motherland. You go over there and find out that they got a different price structure for you. Imagine going to McDonald's and they say, hey, the fried $2.99. Oh, no, you from America. $5.99 for you. What? What you talking about $5.99 for me? Brother, you just said the fries were $2.99. No, that $2.99 for the people who from here. It's $5.99 for you. What? They have a whole different price structure for us. We thinking that this is a game, but see, the daughter of Babylon has gotten us accustomed to things, and it only works here in Babylon. But Babylon is on her way out, and we have all of our tendencies according to her. But them tendencies gonna get us killed if we don't get them in check. The whole earth is in the process of showing their disdain against the daughter of Babylon. What you think they're gonna see when we walk in there displaying those things? And all of those people were already given the speech to stay away from this so-called African American before they got here. And people are admitting, yes, I got to talk. One by one, yes, I got to talk. All these different nationalities of people who don't know each other agreeing that they got the talk. Asians got the talk. Stay away from them. Is that not the effects of a curse? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Then they went along through the wilderness and compassed the land of Edom and the land of Moab, and came by the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not within the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab.
All right, so let's go to Nehemiah chapter 13, because we can't say that anything is wrong with these people because they want to keep their culture, because we operated the same way. Go ahead, Priest, you got something?
Yeah, the whole thought process of wanting to wear pants outside of the congregation, doesn't that make you now half walking as you're learning the culture, but you still want to hold on to Babylon ways? Then you're not fully walking.
You know, it's one of those things where we are definitely fighting against all of the things that we see. We have the culture that we read, and then we have the images that we see on television and the things that we hear on radio, and it is constantly fighting against us. Constantly. You really have to consider something, and we don't consider how hard it is. Most of the stuff that we're getting as far as our culture is coming from radio, video, and music. All right? Consider what has happened, who has infiltrated music. Even before, when hip hop first started, you didn't have all, these people with the skis in their last name running the whole music industry. All right? And then you consider what's coming out with the P. Diddy and how all of, these people are just having to do all these god-awful things to make music and to keep making music. But then when you get on the biblical side of it and find out the musical job was given to the priest. So wait a minute. The adversary, the devil, is purposely poisoning the priesthood through the music. It was their job to do music. So what does the adversary do? Say, all right, you want this record deal? Come back here in this back room. Yeah, I know you can sing. No, but I want to see you do something else. What? Why does everybody who sing have to look a certain way? They all got to be naked in the video. What's happening? The adversary is purposely defiling the priesthood. And he knows that the power of that music through the priesthood was something that operated inside of us. So now, as that music is moving us, it is moving us in the opposite way. Instead of moving us toward our Elohim, it is moving us against our Elohim. He knows exactly what he's doing. We don't know that is what the purpose is. Why they needed to take control of that music. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 1.
Start at verse 15.
15. In those days saw I in Yehuda some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves and laden asses.
In other words, now they working and they not supposed to be doing any of this on the Sabbath, and they bringing it right in like it's all good. Go ahead.
As also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testify against them in the day wherein they sold victuals.
Now, because these other individuals would bring it in and they had it for sale, then Israel would buy. Go ahead.
There dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Yehuda and in Jerusalem.
You got to think now. This is like the drug man. When he come in on the Sabbath, ain't nobody selling. Oh, this amazing market right now. Wait a minute, I can go into Israel and the things that I'm selling is going like hotcakes, because I'm the only store open. So the person selling this is making a killing. The person selling that is making a killing. Because all the people in Israel said, no, we can't have our stores open. But this person right here got a little contraband. Let me go ahead and buy that. Go ahead.
Then I contended with the nobles of Yehuda and said unto them, what evil thing is this that you do, and profane the Sabbath day? Did not our fathers thus, and did not our Elohim bring all this evil upon us and upon this city? Yet you bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath. Uh-huh. And some of my servants set I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day.
It is not allowed to pass the gate. Go ahead.
So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem once or twice.
So after he shuts the gate, they are lodging outside of the gate so they can make merchandise at the gate. Throw it over the wall. Go ahead.
Then I testify against them and said unto them, why lodge you about the wall? If you do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath.
So then, can we blame these nations when we go through there and not respect their culture? Did not we do the same thing? Come by here one more time, we're gonna lay hands on you. It's the Sabbath. You brought this stuff up in here. I'm telling you, we ain't talking no more. We're not discussing anything. Come around here one more again. Now, what do we expect when you have all these people who have been taught all of these thought processes concerning us, and you think they gonna allow us to come through their land any old kind of way? They gonna be watching every move we make. And we cannot say that something is wrong with it, because this is what our forefathers did to keep the right way in our land. It was some force with it. And if you go and look at some of those things where they are traveling in the so-called Middle East, see what happened if you run across one of those people and their head covering ain't covering enough. You get an AK-47 to the window, and they tell you, adjust the head wrap or lose the head. The head wrap get fixed quick. See, nowadays you got people arguing with you. I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear that. Why I got to do this? You know what? Let me tie this up better. Yeah, you're just getting the wrong persuasion. That's all. These folk know how to persuade you. Don't worry about it. You keep arguing now. But there's going to be something that's going to persuade you. You're going to wrap it up and tuck it tight. Matter of fact, put two of them on just in case one fall off. That AK-47 makes people change their mind. Okay? These people are not playing. Okay? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 22. But you know, Yahweh allows that also as the proving of us. That's why he says, you can't just come out of the daughter of Babylon and go into Israel. But see, everybody think they can go buy them a ticket. They say, I got the money, I'm smart. So they go learn the language, they go buy them a ticket, and they think they're going to walk right into Israel. Oh, you're going to find out you're going to go in there and get the worst treatment you have ever seen in your life. Why? Because you're in the right place at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. See, he got a sanctification process that the children of Israel have to go through. So even as we enter into those hardships, those are things to prove us. We already seen what happened before. He ain't just letting us go from the daughter of Babylon and just walk right in there. What you gonna do? You're gonna take Babylon right there. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go right in the Holy Land and do the same thing that the people in there doing. Deuteronomy 22, and let's start this at verse 1.
Verse 1. You shall not see your brother's ox or his sheep go astray and hide yourself from them. You shall in any case bring them again unto your brother. And if your brother be not near unto you, or if you know him not, then you shall bring it unto your own house, and it shall be with you until your brother seek after it, and you shall restore it to him again. In like manner shall you do with his ass, and so shall you do with his remnant, and with all lost thing of your brothers, which he has lost, and you has found, shall you do likewise. You may not hide yourself.
All right, so if we find something that belongs to our brother, we hold it up until the brother seeks after it. That means we can't get used to it and start acting like it's ours in the time that our brother has not come for it. Y'all know how easy we get used to stuff. I know it ain't mine, but it's been here. That is not cause for you to keep it. This is that part where it said, you may not hide yourself. Now we start hiding because we know that if they see that jacket, hey man, I lost a jacket just like that. So what we'll do, we'll put that jacket deep in the closet. When they come over, hey, how you doing, long lost brother? Hey man, you hiding that jacket way in the back, Jack. Go ahead.
You shall not see your brother's ass or his ox fall down by the way, and hide yourself from them. You shall surely help him to lift them up again. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh your Elohim.
So, according to Yahweh, the abomination is already where the clothing has switched. What if someone switched the whole makeup of their body? He says the whole thing is already an abomination. So then if we're going to put, these individuals and say, okay, let this man, and we don't consider what we're saying. So if we say, all right, it's okay to wear pants, what happened if the man say, you know what, that person dressed like a man, then I'm going to treat him like a man. Now, what happened if he punched somebody right in the face, and then we said, man, that was wrong. You had no business doing that. He said, wait a minute, but they was dressed like a man. So if a man dressed like a woman and then somebody said, excuse me, ma'am, don't call me ma'am. Well, hey, you put on a dress. How the hell you gonna get mad because somebody call you her? These people are gonna be serious about their culture the same way our forefathers were, and that's something that we're gonna have to consider. We had a question here that says, does Mother's Day really represent anything in the Bible, or is it presented that way to use the Bible as a cover for a hidden agenda? I no longer celebrate the day due to me believing it's pagan, but I'm still actively doing anything I can to support and help my mom on the regular. But she still believes in the day. Of course she does. Is there a scripture I can present to her so she can understand what this day truly represents? No. Because I thought honor of parents was a daily commandment, not just selective on days America chooses. You are correct. But can you read something that's going to get her to believe that? No. We might well close the class now. I thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night. Absolutely not. You cannot get anybody to understand something that they don't want to understand. I look back, I understand why my mother had an issue when I got in this word. I was raised primarily by my mama, so my mama got Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts. I got in this word, she lost twice. She like, wait a minute, what the hell going on in here? What is this new thing? You read this in the what? What Bible? Let me see it. So that's a big change right there that somebody has to get accustomed to when they've gotten accustomed to something else. So it's going to be something that is problematic. But I want to read some things here when it comes down to this Mother's Day. Now, this is Anne Maria Reeves Jarvis, between 1832 and 1905, bore more than a dozen children. Most of the children died from diseases such as diphtheria or measles, which were common during her day in the Appalachian area of Virginia, later West Virginia, where she lived. Jarvis worked hard in her community to try to help other mothers and families avoid tragedies she had suffered. Part of a national public health movement populated in large part by women reformers, Jarvis organized mothers' work clubs and promoted special mothers' work days when women would collaboratively collect trash and undertake other projects to improve local environmental conditions and their neighbors' understanding of hygiene. The focus of Jarvis's work changed when war struck. Her region was deeply divided by the Civil War. Local soldiers fought on both sides of the conflict, and guerrilla warfare was rampant. Jarvis insisted that the women's group she organized help both Confederate and Union troops who were sick or wounded, and she worked to promote peace and unity following the war. In 1868, despite threats of violence, she organized a Mother's Friendship Day. All right, you start to see where we're going here. To bring families from both sides of the war together to try to restore a sense of community. It's possible that Howe's proclamation 2 years later was inspired by Jarvis. The two knew each other at the very least. Jarvis and Howe shared the belief that women, especially mothers, were best suited to bring people together with a goal of peace. After Anne Jarvis's death, her daughter, Anna Jarvis, between 1864 and 1948, set out to honor her mother's legacy by establishing a National Mother's Day on the second Sunday in May. So that's coming up the 11th. The day her mother died. So wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you have some things that we deal with, and they have a whole lot of other things. So I want to know how many mothers ever heard of Anna Jarvis or Ann Jarvis?
And they said, we celebrating Mother's Day.
Which mother? So, but the reasons, now you're going to go to some other things, and people say, well, that ain't no God per se. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So Anna, who never married or had children of her own, did not focus the holiday on peace activism, but on the idea of honoring one's own mother. She chose white carnations as an emblem and urged people to write heartfelt letters of gratitude to their mothers. Your cards. I gotta give me a Mother's Day card. Okay, I gotta get some flowers, and I gotta get a Mother's Day card. If I don't get that card and these flowers, my mama ain't gonna love me no more. Okay, Anna succeeded in her quest for official recognition, and President Wilson issued a proclamation of the first National Mother's Day just before the start of the World War I in 1914. Okay, so let's go and read some things here. Let's go to Exodus chapter 20. Because, I had to hear it, and I guess everybody else, coming in this word.
You mean tell me Yahweh don't like mothers? You mean tell me you done got all this understanding, and then you got all this stuff, these gods, the God of Israel, but he don't like mothers? How they had them 12 children? There was some mothers in there somewhere.
Okay. So, Exodus chapter 20. Go ahead and start at verse 1.
And Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh your Elohim, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make unto you any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh your Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the lawlessness of the fathers unto the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
All right, so he says he's a jealous Elohim. So when we do and partake in these festivities that are of paganism, then it activates his jealousy. Go ahead.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of Yahweh your Elohim in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh your Elohim. In it you shall do any work, you nor your son nor your daughter, your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates.
All right, now this is supposed to be a good Christian nation, right? You think they stopped picking cotton on Sunday? I mean, they thought it was the Sabbath, right? So I mean, no cotton picking on Sunday, right? Because I mean, because that's what the law would want. So why do you still pick cotton on Sunday? If they said that's the new holy day, it took the place of Saturday, then why they still picking cotton on Sunday? Go ahead.
For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Yahweh your Elohim giveth to you.
Now, if you ain't ready and you get hit with that, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna be buying one of them cards and some carnations. All right? Honor your father and your mother. And you'll be reminded that the scripture says, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land. But we also have to keep some things into perspective. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 13. Deuteronomy chapter 13. And start that at verse 1.
If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give it you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto you, saying, let us go after other gods, which you has not known, and let us serve them.
Well, wait a minute. When we get invited to the shindig, there's some different kind of worship going on. All right? We're invited to it, and we're supposed to stand against it. But what hurts us is the sympathy factor. We have been given guilt. So guilt is being used to say, all right, you need to go ahead and partake in this. Go ahead.
You shall not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahweh your Elohim prove you to know whether you love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul.
Wait a minute. So Yahweh is actually giving your mama the words to say, to push you. Tell him you don't love you. You don't love me, you ain't gonna keep it. Tell him you don't love mother. You don't love mother. So these words, you can't, man, they're hitting you hard, right? They're hitting you hard and they right on time. How does she know to hit you right on time? Because Yahweh said, I don't see what he gonna do. No. No, go in there. You know what? This will be a good time to shed a tear. Go ahead and cry. Go ahead and cry, bitch, you won't cry. Look at that. There you go. Now look right at him. Make your eyes real big. There you go. There you go. Go ahead, brother. You got something?
So today I got a phone call, and this is to some of those brothers and sisters who are new in this word. Your people gonna try to find any way to get you to continue to do what you've been doing. I got a call from my mama today. She says, yeah, I need you to help me do some stuff on Sunday. And, I'm not into this whole holiday, so I don't know what's going on. It's Mother's Day.
Right.
So she's trying to find any way for me to show up.
I just need to got to put these tables up. And then these chairs. I got to move the table and the chair. Ain't nobody asked you to set. Just put up the table and the chair.
But she lured me with food, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, yeah, I got some food
and
for you over here.
and put that casserole on the table after you put the table up. It's plates in there if you want to go ahead and get you some of that casserole. Right. Got him.
But I didn't agree to it, so what should I do? I didn't say
that was your God hitting it. Tell him about the casserole.
Yeah, man.
Tell him about the casserole.
Oh, I just need your help so bad. I don't know what we're going to do.
You just need him to move those chairs and tables. Okay, right. Your Elohim proves you to see if you're going to follow him or not. Go ahead.
You shall walk after Yahweh your Elohim and fear him and keep his commandments.
Mm-hmm. You gonna fear him, or you scared what somebody else gonna think about you? Who you fear? See, one of the things that we when we have we ask the young adults after class to tell us, one thing, that they've learned, and one of the things that one of the children was breaking down was the different types of fear, and I thought it was really profound. And the youngin ended up saying, well, there's one fear that makes you respect and honor Yahweh. Then there's another part of fear that makes you not move. So there's a fear that makes you do something, and then there's a fear that makes you not do anything, and you got to make sure that you're using the right fear at the right time. And I thought that was absolutely, profound. there for one of the young age children to get that concept of that. Go ahead, brother.
And obey his voice, and you shall serve him and cleave unto him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from your Elohim, from Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage.
Now, then you can be getting somebody else in trouble by letting them get you to slip. Because let me tell you something. Yahweh then going to come and he's not just going to have a situation with you. Now, remember now, here comes the fall in the garden. Yahweh got everybody involved. He said, what you mean you heard me and you hid yourself because you were naked? Who told you was naked? Did you eat from that tree? It was the woman. You had gave me this woman. You remember that woman you had brought to me? You had said, did you? And you remember that? It was her. She said, look, what's your name? Them deceived me. Y'all got everybody. Okay, so you let something else cause you to fall. Yahweh gonna get you and it too. So sometimes to save or protect something, you gonna have to keep a safe distance from it. But see, here's where the guilt then comes in. You know, you haven't been around, you haven't been such and such. I am trying to protect you. I have a jealous God. Okay? And he collapsed back. So if I let you cause me to do something after he deal with me, and I'm gonna know why he dealing with me, you're not gonna know what's happening to you. Go ahead.
To thrust you out of the way which Yahweh your Elohim command you to walk in, so shall you put the evil away from the midst of you. If your brother, the son of your mother, or your son, or your daughter, or your wife of your bosom, or your friend, which is as your own soul, entice you secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which you has not known, you nor your fathers.
Now, it says entice you secretly. Wait a minute. A secret is what? All right? It is something that's not known. So what we think when we read that, we say, okay, so they're secretly trying to get me to do this, so they wouldn't, ask me in the open. Then it wouldn't be a secret. No. The secret is the true part of the gathering that they ain't telling you. Now, they can't tell you the true part of the gathering because they themselves don't know. Go ahead.
Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you, near unto you or far off from you, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. You shall not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall your eye pity him, neither shall you spare, neither shall you conceal him.
All right, wait a minute. This is getting pretty harsh for anybody who entice you. Keep going.
But you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first upon him to put him to death.
Now, how do we kill something in the year 2025? We stop going around it. You don't have to kill them naturally. You kill them spiritually by staying away from those individuals. So that we don't put them in harm's way, so that they won't get the retribution from our Elohim. Go ahead.
And afterwards the hand of all the people, and you shall stone him with stones that he die, because he has sought to thrust you away from Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
So then you shall stone them with stones. Okay. So you got to throw the stone, right? All right. The children of Israel were given tablets. When Moshe throw the tablets down, the tablets break. The tablet turn into stone. The stones are little pieces of the law. He said, throw the law at them. Okay. All right. So I want to read something right here. It says Rhea, a ancient Greek, or is a mother goddess in ancient Greek religion and mythology, the Titan daughter of earth goddess Gaia and the sky god Uranus, himself a son of Gaia. She is the older sister of Cronus, who was also her consort and the mother of the 5 eldest Olympian gods, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Poseidon, and Zeus, and Hades, king of the underworld. When Kronos learned that he was destined to be overthrown by one of his children, like his father before him, he swallowed all of the children Rhea bore as soon as they were born. When Rhea had her 6th and final child, Zeus, she spirited him away and hid him in Crete, giving Kronos a rock to swallow instead, thus saving her youngest son, who would go on to challenge his father's rule and rescue the rest of his siblings. Following Zeus' defeat of Kronos and the rise of the Olympian gods into power, and we love our Olympics. We love all of these things. Okay. Rhea withdraws from her role as the queen of the gods to become a supporting figure on Mount Olympus. She has some roles in the new Olympian era. She attended the birth of her grandson Apollo and raised her other grandson Dionysius after Persephone was abducted by Hades. Rhea was sent to Demeter by Zeus. In myth, Pelops, she resurrects the unfortunate youth after he has been slain. In early tradition, she is known as the mother of gods, and therefore is strongly associated with Gaia and Cybele, who have similar functions. The classical Greeks saw her as the mother of the Olympian gods and goddesses. The Romans identified her with Magna Mater, their form of Cybele, and the goddess Ops. In Greek mythology, Rhea is the mother of gods, as well as the goddess of motherhood, fertility, childbirth, and comfort and good living. She is the daughter of Gaia, Uranus, 2 of the primordial gods who represent earth and sky, respectively. Guess when she is worshipped? It's not the same day in May, but it is in May, okay, when she is worshipped, this mother. So when we then start hearing things like Mother Nature, okay, you ever wonder why there was a situation where it was supposed to be about Christ, but somehow Mary seems to be the more dominant figure? Right. There was something connected to worshiping the mother. So when the question is asked and it says, this is not about any pagan god worship, you just didn't look back far enough. It is most definitely pagan god worship. So then when you go back to the first parts of the things that we read and they said, I want to set this up for my mother and we're going to do cards, you got to understand, they also know their ancient traditions where they already worship the mother goddess. So then setting up something for her mother was then a way that she could still keep the mother goddess as well. So these things didn't just happen, okay? There is definitely some connection there. Let's go to Genesis chapter 12. When I say things like, Yahweh will nudge, your folks and give them something to say to you, to test you even more. Because this question was asked, this is how I, was led to this. Meaning, all of the other times that I had conversations with my family, Yahweh ain't want me to know this.
He was like, no, because you're going to break the table with this. I do not want you to know this.
He didn't want me to know this right away. Because, see, there's questions, well, what does that have to do with the worship of another God? He didn't want me to know that. Bad enough, I was doing enough damage because people have to get accustomed to things. It's not like they don't love you, they don't care about you. They're just accustomed to dealing with you the way that they have dealt with you. And it's difficult for people to change the manner in which they have gotten accustomed to deal with you. And sometimes you just have to separate yourself to get better treatment when it comes down to that. Genesis chapter 12, and I want you to start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Now Yahweh had said unto Abraham, get you out of your country and from your kindred.
Why? First thing we want to do,
I want to reconnect with all my family, my friends. I want to reconnect with the world.
Yahweh said, get away from them people. But no, we gonna reconnect. We're gonna fly the world 2 times over so we can reconnect with our long lost Uncle Joe. And he can go ahead and show you what new paganism he done found last week.
Watch this. Watch what I put in this soup.
What? I'm not eating that. He told you, get out of your country and from your kindred. Why would he tell him that? So then now, because we don't understand that this is the basis, this is the beginning of our whole culture, we then feel some kind of way when we say, you know what, I'm going to step back.
Because people start saying, ever since you done got on that so-called word, we don't see you like that.
Mm-hmm. Get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred. See, we have been made to believe that we have done something wrong. This is you protecting them. They don't even know it. So if you then allow guilt to move you, you realize that you just unprotected them. And you let guilt cause you to do it. They had a bulletproof vest, and you the one took it off. And then painted the X on their chest and said, yeah, right here. Keep reading.
And from your father's house unto a land that I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing.
Understand, these are the things that you were baptized into. All right? Understand what your baptism means. These are the things that you have agreed in covenant to be a part of. Go ahead.
And I will bless them that bless you. And curse them that curse you.
Wait a minute. What you think them people saying to you when you don't show up? Okay. But the only reason they saying it because they believe that if they come down, if they double down, you will show up. So they're going hard in the paint. Why? Because they see you wavering. They see that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the punches come when a boxer hit one of them guys and when he get that daffy look in his eye, when one of the eyes go this way and the other one go that way, he said, I got a couple more, and he going night. What you think your folks seeing you? They see you wavering. You think you look straight and tough, but they see you. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm about to hit him with the big guns now. Yeah, he going to be there on Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell him to bring a ham. You're going to show up. You're going to be here Sunday. You can believe that. And move them tables when you come in here. Move them tables and bring those chairs. And sit them right there by the casserole. Right. Right, right. They see you wavering, and they gonna keep swinging as long as you're wavering. When you stop wavering, they gonna stop punching. They're only punching because they think they can win. You ever wonder why? You find like some people, they have all these fights. Have you wondered why nobody has walked up on a corner at a club and just hit Mike Tyson in the mouth? Why don't that happen? All these other people get to fight. Why didn't Mike Tyson get to fight? Why didn't anybody just run up and just slap him? Why didn't that happen? The chances of success are very, very, very small. So they have a tendency to not fight fights that have zero possibility of success. You got to find out, what movements are you making that makes them believe that they will be successful? Because it's something you're doing. That's not in them. That's something you're doing. You are making them believe that if I say it this way, this is going to get them. If I say it that way, this is going to get them. You are doing something that makes them believe that. When you take that away, they're going to leave you alone. But you're going to have to do that and take it away in consistency. You can't keep flipping and flopping. You tough on Tuesday, weak on Thursday, all for everything on Friday afternoon, but you strong as hell on the Sabbath. Absolutely not. But come Tuesday, into that casserole don't look good. They're gonna keep coming at you when that is happening. But Yahweh has there's a reason behind this. Get you out of your country and from your kindred, from your father's house unto a land that I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation. And I will bless you and make your name great. And you shall be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you and curse him that curse you. You have been baptized into that. So you let them people believe that they can persuade you. And then when they don't, they get angry. And they say things against you while you're not there. Now your God got to come visit them. Now, they done said some things about you. Now you get a call.
Yeah, I'm down here. I'm down here to urgent care.
What happened? What you in the urgent care for? They ain't going to say.
Well, because I said some damnable things about you. I don't know, I just felt this pain.
No, come on, tell the truth. You ain't the devil. What you say about me? Tell me what you said. Come on now, I'll pray for you. But tell me what you said. See, this is the part of the conversation. And until you see it happen, I was in the midst of reading some text messages of some god-awful things being said about me. And the people was all, it was something just fell on top of them right there while they must have still had the phone in their hand. Yahweh don't play. And if you're going to protect some individuals, sometimes you got to give them enough space so they leave it alone. But if you keep allowing them to believe that they are going to persuade you, you're giving them hope. That means they're going to come back harder. Go ahead, keep reading, bro.
And in you shall all families of the earth be blessed.
Right. But he's also gonna curse them that curse you. And they only said all of these things concerning you because they're angry that you didn't show up to their event. But the question that I ask is, he says, get you out of your country and from your kindred. Go to Joshua chapter 24. So when somebody asks you, do you celebrate Mother's Day? No, I don't celebrate the Mother of God of our God's Day. No, the Mother of God's Day, I don't celebrate that. They ain't gonna know what in the world you talking about. Because the people who are asking you to celebrate something have absolutely no knowledge of what that is they're asking you to celebrate. The people who keep Christmas are the people who know the least about Christmas. I knew absolutely jack about Christmas. All I know is I'm going to get up at midnight and I'm going to open all the gifts, baby. Nobody else knew anything else about it, including me. I learned about Christmas when I stopped keeping it. So understand, these individuals don't understand any of the things that they're asking you to do. So they can't use knowledge to make you feel bad. What else can they use? Has to be guilt. They don't even know the holiday that they keeping, so they can't use knowledge. You'll find out, you start talking to them about it, they don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean? You don't want to keep this. You don't know what it is? Joshua 24, let's go ahead and I'll finish this up. Joshua 24, start at verse 1.
And Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem and called for the elders of Israel and for their heads and for their judges and for their officers. And they presented themselves before Yahweh. And Joshua said unto all the people, Thus said Yahweh Elohim of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old time, even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor, and they serve other gods.
Wait a minute. So when Yahweh said, get out of your father's house, go away from your country and your kindred, they worship other gods. But yet, we've been made to feel guilty that we don't go over Big Mama now house. And now they got you. Now you feeling guilty. I should go over there more. You know, I mean, I won't really worship the God. I sit down and have a drink with the God, maybe. Why do you think he said get out over there? He said leave your kindred. Do you understand what you've been baptized into? He that loves mother and father more than me is not worthy of me. You got to understand that honoring your mother, the best way to do it is to make sure that Yahweh don't kill her. I am most definitely honoring you. Because if I let you cause me to do this over here, he coming for the both of us. See, sometimes people don't understand that what they ask you for. I am most definitely giving you honor. I am protecting you. You can't get no more honor than that. I stand in between you and my God. Tell me that ain't love. Happy Mother's Day. I stand in between you and utter destruction. And because he loved me as a servant, and I love him as my Elohim, I stand in that space to keep him from destroying you. Now, the closer I get to you on this day, the closer that consuming fire gets to you. So you don't want me there. You want me over here. That's all that we're going to do for tonight. Brother, would you lead us out in prayer, please?
Almighty Yahweh, O covenant Elohim of Abraham, Esaac, and Jacob, the Most High covenant Elohim of Israel. Almighty Yahweh, we stand before you tonight, thanking you for every opportunity that you allow us to read out of this great legacy. As we back into this culture, you give us a way, a directions, and how we are supposed to conduct ourselves in this culture, Almighty Yahweh. Also helping us to see how far off we have fell off, Almighty Yahweh, being supposed to be walking in this culture, Almighty Yahweh. We thank you for showing us our faults, Almighty Yahweh. And thank you for giving us opportunity, Almighty Yahweh, to rectify these things, Almighty Yahweh. Thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your long suffering that you put up with us, Almighty Yahweh, for there's so many distractions being here in these lands that we are scattered that cause us not to, give our best, cause us not to even think about you. It's 24 hours in a day, and a lot of times we might just think of you maybe an hour, 2 hours a day in a day, Almighty Yahweh. I know we could do better. Forgive us, Almighty Yahweh, for not truly giving our true effort and love that we could give unto you, Almighty Yahweh. Forgive us for those things, Almighty Yahweh. We thank you for this little sanctuary, Almighty Yahweh, and we ask that you may continue, Almighty Yahweh, to let great works and even greater work continue to go forth from this little sanctuary, Almighty Yahweh. I ask that you will continue to keep your edge of protection around about this sanctuary and even the leaders of this sanctuary, Almighty Yahweh, that you may keep them safe and their families, Almighty Yahweh. We thank you for the questions that you allow the elder to answer, Almighty Yahweh, and thank you for giving them clarity and understanding and how to put these things forward to the flock, Almighty Yahweh. And please chip away at this heart of stone, give us a heart of flesh, allowing these things to continue to keep us upon this narrow path, Almighty Yahweh. We thank you, and we ask that you may forgive us for our sins, and we pray that you may also heal the sick and shed it among us, and we humbly come before you, we give you our honor, praise, and glory, and we ask of these things in Yeshua's holy name. Amen and hallelujah.
Amen.